Hope I did not add in something that I should not have added in just now.
What do you mean?
No, just this one part of the title, I think. And there we go. We are live. What's up, everybody? It's Dave Drakes, and we're here for the TCE Live Supercross Watch Party. Joining me, as always, is the one, the only, the lovely, the great Crashley. How are you doing?
Oh, it's like you're speaking about yourself. Come on now. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Doing awesome. Another day of Supercross that I'm pretty excited for. So, I mean, can't be too sad about that, right? The one thing that I know everyone is excited for is that we could possibly have the crowning of a 450 champion today in one Eli Tomac. He's been crushing it this year. Really looks great on that Yamaha. And again, no one really thought that he would be this fast, this good. So it's awesome to see him doing that, this phenomenal in a year where people kind of really didn't expect him to be, up front too much, at least not this far ahead. Crashley, what are your thoughts on the whole series so far? I mean, I know we kind of talk about it each weekend, but we're kind of getting down to the point of we might have a Supercross champion by the end of this whole thing.
I mean, I think it's going to be a good one. I mean, we had our 250 champion of last week, and I think it's a good chance for him to take it, and especially with the last round coming up next week. So I think it's going to be an interesting race, especially today with the wind and all. But what are your thoughts?
No, I think this is going to be a really, really good one. I mean, I'm pretty stoked to see Tomac out there just like, crushing it, right? Hats off to him. He rode so good and he's been so consistent, and he looks like he's just having fun. Like he's just really enjoying himself out there on the bike. I heard that the deal wasn't even for more money. It was just for a change of, venue. And I think it's paying off for him. It's really cool to see these top level riders kind of, advocating for themselves, making changes, even when it's not really money, focused, and making it happen. So I think it's really, really great, and I hope more riders can do that to get themselves happy. Another championship that we're going to be seeing the next either today or the next weekend is the 250s on the West, and they are out right now for the first heat race of the 250 West. And no surprise, Craig is out front. What are your thoughts, Crashley, on Craig this year? I mean, I know that he didn't have as strong of a field to kind of dig through today, or not today, but just this series. Do you think that things would be differently if there was a Colt Nichols out there or Justin Cooper? You think he would have still been able to hold that number one plate, or that red plate rather, as long as he has?
I would believe so. He's very calm and collective. He knows how to like push to the limits. So
Okay.
I think he'd always be out front. And if those riders that you mentioned, like Nichols and Webb and whatnot, were out front, I think Craig would give them a big ride for their money, factory to factory.
For sure. And I like what you said. He does look really cool, calm and collected. He looks like he's been patient and just that veteran that we all expect him to be, right? That's been super cool.
Pretty impressive too, being a dad and just newly dad. Always, give Paige credit. She's a hot mama. She just looks so good. like seriously. So I think Dad's just ready to show the kids what's good.
Yeah, I got that dad energy in him, right? Dad strength to the max right now, leading the 250 points.
Right?
Let's see. Craig is looking really good up front, but another guy that I really like is Joe Shimoda. We mentioned it over and over again, and he's kind of like becoming a favorite for a lot of people, and just how well he rides, how cool, calm, and collected he seems to be in certain times when most people wouldn't be, using your phrase. I really
no
I think he's I really think he's going to come into his own come like the outdoors and even into next year. And we're going to see a really refined, really fast, really motivated Joe Shimoda. And it's going to make for some lethal racing out there. Shout out to Dominic Thury and the 3 spot on that Club MX bike, super fast kid, as well as Vince Freezy, man. I know this guy gets so much hate, but I like him. I know he's controversial. He rides a little, say what you want, but dude, I dig him. I really dig Vince Freezy.
The underdogs always get hate. I feel like the fact that Vince Freeze, he gets hate and shame, but he shows kids to like persevere through that.
Yeah.
like still go out and do what you love no matter what people say and just be yourself. And that's what I got to give credit for, no matter what people shame or whatever. Like what you were saying, it's about mutual respect. Everyone's different. So got to give them credit for that, for keep riding and whatnot.
Yes, most definitely.
Wait, back to the 250s real quick. So was it the 250 East that Jet?
Yes. Yep. So last weekend, 250 East, Jet
the
took
250,
that.
right?
Yeah, 250 East, Jet took it. It was cool, man. It was a really cool day.
Okay.
Big celebration afterwards. I mean, it was really exciting. I mean, and to think about it, he's still a super young kid, man. The kid's 18 and just still out here just crushing it, having a good time on his motorcycle, and he's champion already, 2-time champion outdoor and indoor. He's a title favorite coming into outdoors. He's gonna have his hands full, but I mean, he's got some fast guys around him. But if he gets it done for another outdoor title and maybe another indoor title next year, man, that's setting this kid up for such a successful future in the sport, man. I am really excited to see what happens to him when he moves up to the 450 class.
I can kind of see him being like a prodigy of this new generation, of being like a Dungey in a way, of like how his spirit is. Yeah, and I think, speaking of Dungey, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Man, yeah, I think it's freaking like phenomenal. I think it's so cool that Dungey's coming back. I'm a Dungey fan. The guy, he's just such a freaking nice person. Like, just such a like super nice dude. Like, you can't help but love the guy. And he rides super well, and it's it almost seems like normal too, because like he is Mr. KTM. When you think of a KTM rider, super fast, gets the job done, gets wins, Ryan Dungey, right? Even though he's been out of the sport for a little while. But no, it's going to be cool to see the number 5 line back out, out there having fun, and I hope he does really well. I think he's going to do really well. I don't know. Will he be able to keep his number 5 though? Are they going to make him get a different number because he hasn't been racing for a while?
I was trying to think. I feel like I remember when he first retired, there was an article out. I don't know if it was on Vital or what, but they were like, is he going to retire his plate too or something?
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was actually done. So that's actually a really good question.
Yeah, who knows, man?
I feel like he would be, because they keep advertising it, like in the pictures.
They just keep changing the rules though. Like like you're allowed to do it, then you're not, then who knows, man.
Right.
It's confusing at this point.
So, yeah, no kidding. Rules are changing everywhere, especially just after the pandemic.
Tell me about it.
So Craig's out 8 in front, 8 seconds? Dang. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? In a race that's maybe like 8-9 laps. Just absolutely murdering.
I wonder what the resistance is like, if that's causing them problems. Do you think the wind is going to have them have to fluctuate how their riding style normally is?
It definitely messes things up, right? And like when you're riding and you get that gust of wind blowing by you, I mean, it sucks for me. It honestly, I don't like that part of it. I'm not the best when it's windy. So yeah, I think they're gonna have to change things up a little bit, kind of jump into the wind. Really make sure that their positioning is good, because I mean that wind could take you and blow you all over the place. It could rotate your bike underneath you, and it can make for some disastrous rides. So I hope they're being mindful.
Is that essentially why they canceled like the practice and stuff?
Yeah, that was like 100-mile-an-hour winds. They were blowing hay bales over even. It was really gnarly.
Wow. I briefly got to see Daniel Blair's well, it was like his track prep talk, but he said it hadn't changed. He's going to try to find people in the pits.
Yes, it's been crazy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to
oh shoot, who's stuck? Someone's legs is stuck in the tire.
Yeah, Jerry Robin, and who's
oh crap.
Yeah,
holy crap. Oh my goodness, Alpine Star boots, man. They do justice.
Is that Flock?
Oh, I hope he's wearing, like, what type of knee braces he's wearing. Hopefully he's okay, man.
Yeah, this class is no joke, man. The young guys go after it, huh?
Wow.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh. Ooh.
Scary, huh?
Well, hey, props to Craig though. But yeah, hopefully the rider looked like he was conscious and all was okay, but
Yeah.
his after recovery might have some warrior scars, I call them.
Warrior stars.
Warrior scars. What I tell the kids
okay.
when I'm
Yeah.
giving them breakfast and stuff. Because, hey, I'm Ashley. Nickname's Crashley. And then it's like a whole opening, and then it's cool. You meet little riders and all that stuff. And so anytime I have stickers, I try to give it to them.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's always good. Speaking of little kids, man, you see these. We're watching the commercials, and we never talk about commercials, but you can see the little Strider bikes are popping up everywhere. All the kids are like on these like little electric e-bikes and stuff like that. I'm a big proponent for e-bikes because that's my job. Super stoked on them. I love them. Love seeing the little kids ripping around on them, having fun, learning the essentials and the fundamentals of riding.
The future of motors.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on how it's going to affect like the new kids coming up? Because remember, before it was you ride your little bicycle until you're about 5 or 6, then you get on your PW and you go to your PW. But now kids are 1 and 2 on those little Strider bikes, which are essentially little PWs, just a lot lighter. And by the time they're ready for a PW and they're 4, 5, 6, they already been riding for 2-3 years. So do you think that's going to affect the next level of the next generation of riders that are coming out? You think we're going to see like every rider that's like Stewart level because they've been riding for, they got the fundamentals that much sooner?
I mean, it's hard to think about like when they're not going to allow like gas essential powered vehicles anymore because you're already reading articles about cars. But I feel like Supercross is such a family oriented community. They try as best as they can to set riders of all ages up for success.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to have the proper elements to get them to that point. But just like we were talking about rules, guaranteed rules and the track and probably a lot of math is going to go into the changes if there is electric. I'd be curious to see if they start when they do, if they're going to integrate both of them into the races, like electric and gas.
I mean, you could. What we've seen at Loretta's, they have the electric E50 class, which is its own separate class. So I mean, that's been kind of cool, but I don't know. It's
not like in the same race, but like we'll have electric. Oh, okay.
They have that? Yep. So it's a little electric 50 class, and then usually those kids, the same kids, they go over to their other gas powered ICE 50 and have a good time. So no, it's coming. I can feel it. It's definitely coming.
So you say what are your thoughts then? You think that's coming?
Oh yeah, no, I think it's gonna translate into faster riders, because I think when you're anything before like 10, 12 years old, that's your foundation for your riding for the rest of your life, right? I mean, you always make improvements, you always get better, but the level of improvement, the gaps between each level of improvement is huge. It's so big. So if you can learn how to ride and get some bugs knocked out when you're 1.5, 2 years old, 3 years old, before you're 5 and 6, like that could be exponentially different of a rider 10, 15 years on the road. So no, it's going to be super, super important, I think, and it's going to make a big difference for I really think that it's going to translate into electric 85s, electric big bikes, which we already have now. I see it, I see it every day at work. I'm like, more and more people are super excited for these electric bikes, and it's just going to make for more accessibility, less stress. You know what I mean? Like, think about our parents when they first got us, like, dirt bikes and stuff, all of us racers out there. The big part was like, hey, we had to learn how to work on motors. We had to learn how to work on bikes and wash them and clean them and drain the oil and all, and like top ends and all this other stuff, gas and pre-mix, and now all you do
23 learning that you clean your oil or your filter with gas. I'm like, gas? Really?
Right? Yeah, it's just it's crazy. So like it takes all of that out of it. So now it's just treat it the same way you treat your cell phone. Wipe it off when it's dirty, plug it in, and unplug it when you're ready to go, right? So it just adds that another level of ease of use for a lot of people. So I think it's going to be really cool.
That got me a curious question I had. Do you think the prices are going to stay the same, or do you think they're going to be higher, lower?
I think they're gonna decrease once a lot of the prices that people are seeing for e-bikes, they're introductory, right? I know it's very difficult to be able to buy a bike at $16,000. That's a dirt bike, you know what I mean? And a lot of them are once they get going, a lot of these companies, you'll start to see their price drop because their volume increases and stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more affordable bikes over time. Now there's always inflation; they're always going to keep going up, but I think I'd be at a smaller rate. You know what I mean? Like it'll kind of be a little bit more normal, like we see in the regular 250, 450 size dirt bikes.
Oh, that's impressive. I'm excited to see how it's coming about.
Almost definitely. And the gates dropped for the 250 heat number 2. We got a quick peek at the 69 machine, the Team Solitaire bikes. And I will tell you that number 69 bike is freaking done up. They've got like Slayer graphics. It looks so freaking cool, man.
Oh,
so
Wageman.
Cool. Yeah.
Is that RJ?
I think it's RJ. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Looking super good on that. That whole team, man, is just, they're such phenomenal people. They work hard. They've got a good crew, and they're not afraid to do things differently. Just think outside the box and, and mix it up. I think that's really awesome to see and makes for a more unique experience, in the pits and working with those guys.
He looks like he's having fun too.
Yeah, that whole team has a bunch of fun, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Clark and the rest of it, and Sharpie and all the guys, MX Culture's over there too, having a good time. Like it's a really good group to be around.
I feel like that makes a huge difference too, especially in the motocross industry, because it's not just physical, it's mentality. So if you have like a good mentality mindset group with you, it makes a difference when you're getting on a bike. I feel like. I wouldn't know too much. I crash most of the time, but I'm feeling.
No, for sure. No, it's really cool. Shout out to Hunter Lawrence out front, followed by Moseman and Carson Brown. Have you ever ran into Carson Brown? He's kind of your neck of the woods, right?
Oh wow, come on now. If I got to ride with him, I think I would have been upgraded from Crashley. No, but I've taken a lot of photos and videos of him and stayed connected. The last time I think I seen him though was at the Villapoto track up in Washington.
Okay.
And got a pretty sick picture of him and was it Surratt? Someone, but they were both in a whip, but they were like literally just neck. But yeah, he's a great kid, and he's gonna keep soaring up there. But he's very just like we mentioned earlier, calm and collected, kind of like a Christian Craig mindset. So I'm excited to see him. But yeah, it's crazy how fast they grow up, man.
He's so fast. I'm really shocked that like he's not talked about more. You know what I mean? Wow. The amount of natural talent he has on a motorcycle. It's just I would love to see like more press and more eyes on this kid, man. The things that this guy can do, not only a pit bike, because he's like the pit bike master, but he's really good on like full size bikes too. 2 strokes, 4. I mean, whatever you got. Yeah, right. The guy will ride it till the wheels come off, no matter what you put him on. So.
And he's a gentleman too. He treats his girl right. He's got a good family. Like that's like the whole package, ladies. Always strive for that. A gentleman who can have fun on a dirt bike, get his hands and feet dirty, He'd always be a good man at the end of the day.
There you go.
Just like you.
Who wouldn't want to, I don't know, my girlfriend might argue against
it. Come on. I haven't met your girlfriend yet, but I met your mama too. So if mama approves, I know you're good. So I can't wait to meet her. My boyfriend too needs to come on. They're just shy.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get him on. We'll take him on vacation. But
soon enough.
We'll secretly reveal that it's just been a whole TCE live thing the whole time, and
that's a great idea.
we'll just Scooby Doo him, right?
Yes, dude. Seriously.
That'd be hilarious. Oh, that'd be so funny. How cool would it be to see Hunter get another win? And we saw one in Atlanta where he. Yes. Have that win, but I think it'd be pretty cool to see another one this weekend. You know what I mean? Like following up a championship from his brother and from the Honda team with yet another win. That bodes really, really well.
Absolutely. Oh no, who just went down?
Will,
was that Hunter?
Fire at Will checking in. What's going on?
Moseman.
Yeah, Moseman went down right before that. That I think it's a double.
Yeah. Carson Brown's now 6th. Let's see. Greco's out there, top 15. Heck yeah. Is that Alex Ray? 388?
No, that's B Ray.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought Alex Ray is he still on the Yamaha?
No, A Ray's on the SGB Honda team.
Okay.
Yeah, 450 class. Shout out to Fire Will for always checking in. We appreciate the support. Yeah, AJ's not feeling too good today. I talked to him last night. Yeah, he's a little under the weather. The dude travels nonstop, so I was telling him, I'm like, hey man, you gotta give the body time to recoup, man. You gotta get that rest, vitamin C. You gotta just like stay home for, you know, maybe 4 weekends out, 1 weekend home, something like that to recoup the body. Because I have been there time and time again of just nonstop traveling for the 9 to 5, literally Monday through Friday, come home, change your suitcase, back out the door an hour later for a flight for Supercross on the weekends. It can take a big
travels nonstop, so
huge toll.
Yeah, I was just talking about your grind. It's impressive.
It's nuts.
But it's all about the love, you know, community. It makes a difference. So thank you all for watching. We appreciate you.
Most definitely. So Fire will say, and the track looks ultra slick, and he wants Tomac to win because of the hometown deal. I gotta agree, man. This track is looking greasy, very, very greasy. And it's not going to break down the way that the other tracks have been the last couple of weeks. Obviously, we've been in sort of a East Coast swing, but we have had a lot softer West Coast in 2022. Don't think that's going to be the case this weekend. It looks like it's going to be one of your more traditional, harder pack tracks, just a lot more slick underneath. So keep an eye on that for sure. Oof, dude, Wageman is running.
See, Carson's Brown's so polite. He even looked over his shoulder because I think he sensed and heard what was that? Wageman coming.
Carson got him back. Look at that.
Yeah, he's gonna smoothly take it back over.
Yeah. Okay, boys.
Thick and smooth. And Wageman is too being polite. It's always a nice race and cutting it back in. There you go.
Final lap. Look at that.
Heck yeah.
Oh man, this is getting really good. This is getting super good. Let's see. Fire Well saying, yeah, you could tell his latest video. He's exhausted as hell. Yeah, I'm glad he's taking a break this week too. You know, he's got a really good support group around him, man. Which is us knuckleheads. And yeah, we're making sure he gets some rest. Not to mention his awesome, lovely lady wife, Allie. She's the best. So it's he's
AJ?
Yeah, AJ. Yeah, dude. He's under the weather. He's tired. So glad that
resting is the best thing you can do, especially when you've got your love next to you, taking care of you. You know.
Exactly. I bet you he's a baby when he's sick, though.
No, you probably are too. Come on now, all guys are babies, you know. But then when the woman's sick, we're like, babe, can you get us? You're like, oh my gosh. It's like, really?
No,
we can turn this around real quick.
I am a huge baby when I'm sick. Yeah, I am a huge baby when I'm sick.
Good for you. That's good. That's okay. We appreciate our babies being sick because we don't mind taking care of you.
Yeah.
It's just you gotta own up to it.
Exactly. Oh man.
Oh, look at I love that. The Striders. That is so sick.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool as heck, man. It's gonna usher in just another level of just little badasses. All those little kids out there just crushing it. Maybe on their 24-inch for sure. I mean,
I'm 5'4.5".
Cool. Yeah. You'll be a little crunch, but you should be all right.
Okay, closer to the ground, but yeah, man, that looks fun.
Yeah, you should be all right.
Oh wow. I wonder who the little rider is in the commercial. Maybe it's like a Deegan or something.
Yeah.
Fire boy.
Fire will say, and that's why he doesn't get sick. His body is like a microchip.
Like, yeah.
Parks and Rec reference. If you guys watch Parks and Rec, the incomparable what was his name? Chris Traeger.
I've only seen a couple, but I've been wanting to see it so that it's on my list on Netflix.
My heart can literally pump jet fuel up into a plane. Absolutely love that show. I feel like Dungey's got some like Chris Traeger in him. The guy's just an ultra health nut, and I feel like Dungey's kind of like the same. The dude's just like a walking. Go ahead.
Do you think Dungey took that 5 years off so he could be like a dad for a little bit and then like replenish the fuel or scope it out, or like because he's very bland and
no, for sure. I definitely think it was to refuel, kind of get back to like, you know, his like kind of like normal life, quote unquote, if you ever can. But yeah, you know, start family with his wife and take a step away, you know. Plus, I think it was time. You know, I think he accomplished what he wanted to, and he was like, all right, well, it's kind of done. You know, what else am I going to do? Win another title? You know what I mean? Like he won so freaking much already. You know.
Right. Totally. Do you think, like, what are the rules essentially, like, coming out of retirement? Like, is there any rules to it, or like, did you ever find information on that plate for the number?
No, I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe Fire Well can do some research for us. But we were talking a little bit about if Dungey's going to come back and be able to get his number 5 still, and what some of the rules are. But I think for Dungey, it's different, man. Factory guys, I don't want to say the rules are bent, but the things are a little bit different. It's suspicious how easy they can get, you know. They can keep their numbers, keep their 1 digit, 2 digits, you know, numbers. And usually you have to reapply after a certain number of years for your pro license. But maybe because he's a past champion, maybe it's different, right? Maybe something we don't really know. Out of retirement clause in the rule books or something. But could be. That very well could be. And holy crap, they're showing Tomac's A-Star kit right now. That thing is saucy. Holy crap.
I like that word, saucy. We should have like we got the drip kit and then we got the saucy kit.
This drip is saucy for sure. Holy crap.
Oh, that is sick.
Oh man. Super cool.
Do much people wear neck braces anymore?
Every so often. I mean, if you ask me, yes, I wear mine if my girlfriend's within earshot, but typically not too much. I mean, there's been a big push for people to ensure that they've got proper technique, you know what I mean, to stay safe on the bike. And a lot of times for people built like myself, I don't really have that long of a neck. Right. It's if you're a little more beefy, it's tougher to be able to get the neck brace on and your helmet and be able to articulate your neck and move your head around the way you want to.
So you probably like can't breathe.
Yeah, I know a couple people like Josh Greco, he'll rock one. Let's see. I know it was Marvin for a long time, but he's recently taken his off. Cartwright wears one. So it really depends. You'll see a lot of little kids out there with them on. But
that's a good point. It kind of depends like on your body.
Yeah, on your body. Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know too many people that are still wearing them, you know.
Yeah, no, that's good because I always heard like it was always kind of like, is it safe to wear? It wasn't about what's it meant for? Like it's like everyone has a different body type, just like how everyone's different sizes and everything. So that's a really valid, great point.
No, for sure. And you know, I think it's I don't know if it's Atlas, maybe they've got a new low profile one that's pretty cool. That's probably gonna help a lot of other people be able to, you know, get the brace on and stuff like that and have more room. So could be.
I just realized I blend into the wall so much.
No, you're good.
I got this. My mom shot me real fast as the gate drops. It's Colorado Springs, little big.
Look at that! Shout out to Denver, Colorado. Hey.
Right. But then I'm like, whoa, bro! I'm kind of like Paul. But
it works. It works.
We'll pop a call out. All right,
That's good. Tomac
I appreciate you just
front.
calling out on that.
Yeah, we still got to do our fashion check. We'll do a drip check on here, right? To the live watch
party.
But yeah, for the saucy kit, there you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Justin Brayton.
All right, looks
in
like
place, man.
Front and
yeah, look at that, dude. Brayton's like,
heck yeah, that's good to see out there,
dude.
Yeah, I think he's like around like what Chad is Chad Reed. I think they're around the same age, right?
Chad Reed might be a couple years older than him, But man, still,
Okay.
I mean, anyone who's over 20,
Right?
28, 29 and still out there, props to you, man. Absolute props.
Totally. Absolutely.
Yeah, that is
It's so impressive too. Like, I love that he's out there because he's showing that there's no such thing as limits. It's just
yes.
basically the limits on yourself
Yes,
that
exactly.
limit you.
Plus, he's just pure talent, man. Just he rides so smooth. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just it's phenomenal. Also, shout out to John
I
Short,
hadn't
dude,
seen him since he was on. Oh yeah, heck yeah.
running in third, privateer
There we
guy.
go.
Awesome, man. As well as Henry Miller in eighth,
And
Amart in
a good
ninth,
amount
Paula
behind.
Tilly.
Like,
Yeah, great job. Love seeing all these
that's
guys.
gonna get interesting because they're all really kind of close together. So like, I can see something going on between Muskin, Short, and Starling even.
Yeah. Well, most definitely. This is
Muskin might push Brayton. I'm curious to see how they handle each other because they're both really respectful.
Yes, exactly. Shout out to Cheyenne Harmon, also in 10th place, looking really good. Super nice dude. I think we've got an intern working with him today as well. Intern with him and Pulley today. So interns are making it happen for a lot of privateers out there. And if you want to be our next intern, check out thecollectivexp.com, where you can go behind the scenes with one of your favorite racers and work for them and with them at the highest level of the sport. We're talking people that want to get involved with mechanic support, video editing, video creation, content management, team management. We've got so many interns that are doing so many great things in the sport, from working with James Stewart, working with pro teams like SGB Racing, as well as training top tier riders like AP and Adam C. and Cirillo. Check out thecollectivexp.com, at thecollectivex on Instagram. DM us. Let us make a career in the sport for you and make your dreams come true. Crashley, one thing that I don't think anyone's really talked about quite yet was if things were a bit more level, right? So say we had a Jason Anderson who was, instead of 40 or 50 points behind, if he was more like 10, 5, 3 points behind, do you think Tomac would be able to stand the pressure and would be able to still get the job done, even though he was that close to hitting the title over, or the red plate over? Do you think that he would be this cool, calm, and collected if the points were a little bit tighter?
Just from thinking of the past, even when like he was with the Kawasaki, I think so. Just because he's had that push before.
Yeah.
But I try to counteract that and think, okay, what would be the pressure on Jason, and then what would Jason switch it up to do to put it on Tomac? Maybe something.
No, for sure. That'd be interesting.
For the oh yeah, I think he'd still get the job done. It would just be more intense to watch.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I think because he's so comfortable on the bike and he's having so much fun this year, I do think he'd still have really, really good results. I do agree that it would make things a lot more exciting. I mean, I do miss seeing the bar bang between him and Anderson. Like, that was a huge highlight for me this year. And more noticeably, or more, I guess, notable, would be the race at Atlanta, when they were just all out slugfest with each other, right? But kept it respectable. But man, if we saw that every single race all year long, man, we'd probably be like losing our voices at this point from yelling at the TV so much.
Oh, absolutely. It totally makes a difference.
Yeah.
With like professional riders that have just been in the sport for so long, and then clean riding, it's just like you don't know what will happen even accidentally. So
yeah,
absolutely. Trying to let's see, I might need to switch my Wi-Fi. There's like a 5G and a regular G. We upgraded or something.
Ooh, there you go. Hey, better Wi-Fi.
We had a little lag. I know. There's a little lag for a second.
Gotcha. Shout out to Scotty Wennerstrom.
What did Miskin's in second.
Yeah, I got her on Brayton. Starling in fourth too. Man, the privateers are just really doing great this race. I want to see if heat number 2 shakes up. That is rad.
Okay, there's a little lag, but I think now. There we go. Yep.
There we go. This track's pretty interesting. I didn't think there'd be a sand section at Denver. It's a little threw me for a loop when I first saw it.
Yeah, no, totally. Did they put that in normally, or did they put that in due to the wind, do you think?
I think it was in there. I think it was since they put the track together. I don't know. I wasn't expecting it because they didn't have one last time we were in Denver in 2019. So I don't know if it's there's a push to make a sand section at every round. You know what I mean? Mix it up a little bit like that.
That's a
Yeah.
good. That's a great theory.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think they're cool if they're done right. Like this sand section, I think it's pretty rad. Big sweepers are pretty awesome too. I love seeing big sweepers out on the track, especially if they're all sand. But I want to see more like big booters, big tables, like what we had at Atlanta. Really unique on-off sections. You know what I
I
mean?
love those high tabletops. That's kind of like,
Yeah, right. Something like that to mix it up a little bit to stay kind of interesting. That's really what I want to see is just a little bit more versatility and a bit more diversity in the track makeup, man. I mean, I think all of us moto fans want to see that, right? Like really cool, unique tracks that keep us like on our toes, and you know what I mean? Like it'd be rad.
someone's bike is smoking a little bit.
Yeah, Amart's bike is smoking for sure. Able to get into the
Do you think the sand section too might also help keep, like, I'm not sure on the dirt, but
Mhm.
if it's like wet, does the sand kind of counteract it so their wheels wouldn't get caked too? Like, I'm not sure about this, like,
not
can't ride like that, but
not really. I mean, I think sand section is going to give them a heartache no matter what you do because it's so opposite of what the rest of the dirt condition is like on the rest of the track. So you're going from hard packed essentially, or very hard packed, to extremely loose. So it's like, what tire do you pick for? Right? Obviously, most of the track is going to be hard packed. So maybe you go for something that's more hard packed, and you just try to suffer through the rest, suffer through the sand.
see, that's
But
the stuff I don't know. This is good to know though.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's different, right? So if you've ever ridden in sand, Crashley, it is a different kind of animal. It is way
Well,
different.
I know I got real nauseous. It's called like Warrenton Beach. It's out like kind of by Astoria at the edge of Oregon.
Yep.
I did it for a bit, but I was like, oh, I gotta take this. Like I had to just get my camera out and shoot y'all because I got super motion sickness. So that's why it's like,
yeah, it's crazy.
That's why I'm so happy I can ride through you guys through my lens because you guys make it happen, and I'm learning through you. So thank you for teaching me.
No worries. Let's see. Fire Will saying, how about Stank Dog sponsoring Scotty Wennerstrom? I think that's awesome. Those are both my dudes. So I am freaking pumped to see that. That is so freaking cool for me. I think we've got an intern that's going to be working with him pretty regularly now, doing some cool video content. So we're going to make that happen. And we will usually have an intern every weekend with Scotty too. So I'm a big fan of both those guys. I think it's really cool to see Stank Dog kind of like giving back. Stank Dog gets a lot of notoriety, a lot of press, a lot of attention, and with that comes extra funding. So be able to share that with his fellow racers. It's great, man. It make the camaraderie between the privateers it's so freaking great to see, and it shows you what a stand-up dude Stank Dog is. And some people think he's got like his rap is like he's like a slacker and he's kind of like he doesn't care. Like he's the nicest dude, man. He's super awesome. He's super talented. He kind of beats to his much of his own drum, but also like he keeps it fun, keeps it light, and he's polite and just really, dude, I love the dude. Love the
dude. It's like what they say, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, exactly. Just such a likable dude. Likable dude.
That's good to know. Heck yeah.
And he can haul ass on a two-stroke, which is to me.
Are you talking about I already know Jared can. Are you talking about the guy that Jared's sponsoring?
No. We're talking about Stank Dog. Yeah, we're talking about Jared.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, Scotty's a great dude, man. He's a great rider. He does a lot in terms of giving back to his local Texas riding community through schooling, through support. Again, he supports our program very, very much. He's helped numerous interns just this year, to get their start in the sport, and super great all around dude, family guy, just hardworking, enjoys the sport. Dog. Yeah, exactly.
And AJ, and like,
yeah. Don't give
I'm so happy.
don't give AJ that much credit. AJ's no.
Oh, come on, you gotta give.
No, he's a good dude. Yeah.
Okay, we'll give the wifey the credit.
Yeah, right. We'd rather give Allie the credit. No, but AJ too, man. AJ's a great dude for the sport. Likes to give back. Super nice and likable. He goes a mile a minute for sure, but just such a nice dude. So I'm really glad that we can partner with such great people on the sport and continue to keep supporting the good dudes. So.
And I like how especially Jared likes to bring a laugh to it too. He put like the what is it? He held up a jersey and
he's got the face. Yeah, wants his face there instead of just his name.
Yeah,
that's cool to me. I think
he's gonna start a new trend, honestly, because he stated ethos and working with people in the community very direct. I think he's literally bringing more of the community together in a like out of the factory mindset, more
for sure.
Down to earth.
For sure. And a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the privateers, they're so much more down to earth guys. Like nothing against the top 3, top 5, whatever guys, but their job is to win, right? They're there to perform
contracts, essentially.
Yes. And the privateers, they're there for the love of it, man. They're just there because ball is life, right? They're just really enjoying where they're at. So to me, that's more fun to be around. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And honestly, I feel like in some way or another, it's got to help the factory riders have some fun or see the fun to like feel a little bit less of the stress, just to know that there was a point in their time that they looked up to this and wanted it. So I feel like it's a good balance to be aware of.
Yeah, what's crazy is I think it's a lot of pros. We're starting to see them more and more like go out to the hills and do hill riding and mix things up a little bit to inject their regular program with just fun. Because I mean, this stuff becomes a job after a while, right? Anyone that's raced amateur, at younger ages and stuff, it starts to feel like, oh shit, this is my job, man. Like there's actually a time when I was racing and I'm like, man, when's the last time I had fun on my dirt bike? Like I just do it now because it's the thing that I do, right? So it's probably exponentially more of that feeling for top riders. You know what I mean? Like this is their bread and butter. They're getting paid. Everyone expects them to do this and that, whatever. But to be able to break free and mix it up a little bit, inject some fun into your program, that's got to feel like, weight of the world's off your shoulders, right?
Absolutely, because I can only imagine what it feels like to sign a nice big fat contract, knowing you got a house and car, everything, and then it's like, can I go into this and still have fun? Like to learn that, I had to have fun, but also know it's like this is your job now.
Yeah,
that must be so tough. To like figure out that mindset of a balance. To be surrounded by good and great privateers and their family members is probably what saves a lot of them from like emotional downfall, essentially. I would feel.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe that's just the woman in me, but I feel like, our emotions run deep and sometimes we forget about that because we see more physical.
No, that makes total sense. And this sport is so cerebral, right? It's a very mentally taxing, very mentally highly I want to say focus, as people really don't think about it that much, but it's a high necessity is a good mental attitude. You know what I mean? So we've had
diet, easily from it.
No, so, for sure.
Yeah.
We've had Dr. Jay Kavanaugh on a couple of times talking about the whole mindset coaching from rack racing, and he highlighted perfectly just how mental this sport is. And if you don't have your mental game in order, it's like having your bike with no filter, right? You've got all this potential that could happen, but I mean, it's not going to run right. It's not going to be the same. So
absolutely,
I think it's absolutely paramount to get your mental game in order to be able to perform.
Yeah. So people like you that bring that collective experience together to bring the good and the great to keep people together, and like everything is what I'm so grateful to be a part. So thank you so much for bringing me on and being a part of the collective experience. And I can't wait to share your story. We're going to do a documentary, and I'm saying this live, baby. We're doing this live. We're going to do a documentary.
Yes, it might not be as exciting as people think, but we'll get it going.
Everyone has a story to tell. It's just whether or not it's told. And you've already helped bring people's stories to life by helping them achieve their dreams.
Something like that.
So there's definitely a story there.
Something like that. So we got the 2-1 greed machine of Jason Anderson running second place behind the HRC Honda of Chase Sexton. These two guys they add so much flair to the sport. absolutely love riding with or watching them ride and watching them kind of battle it out together. So I'll put these guys as well as Tomek and Bam Bam in the same like sentence, man. Anytime you get those guys around each other, there's going to be some sort of fire.
Oh, I had a lag.
Sort of craziness.
Yeah, I just had a lag, so now I'm seeing what's up. Oh, that's going to be, dude, Stewart, Barsha, Anderson, and Sexton, and then Webb's coming up there.
Exactly. And shout out to Malcolm, man. That white on white kid is phenomenal. But like, one thing about Malcolm is that, I mean, he's so ready for a win. He's got the speed, he's got the equipment, he's got the training. This guy can get the job done. He can do it. But like, sure. I don't know what it is. Wait, I don't think it's all come together for him this year. I think it's like he just needs a really good start and to put his head down and just be able to get up there and just run away with it. To me, that would spell a very, very solid chance that Malcolm can get up there and win. I mean, he can do it. He's got everything that it takes to get the win. I'm ready. I'm just ready for him to do it. Ready for him to pull the trigger and get that W, man. Like,
it looks like he's kind of like literally as you were talking about him, they were doing a replay in a slow motion of next to Muskin. And it looked like when he kind of hit him and Muskin looked at him, it looked like he kind of changed his posture of feeling like shit. Yeah. Like, part of my language. So it's like you were speaking perfectly over Lane, and I think you're right. He just needs to adapt to it and be aware, and then he'll be able to just prove it through the bike.
No, for sure. I think going on to Alden Baker's Factory program was like one of the best things that he could do for himself.
Did he?
Yep. So he's full Baker's Factory, and it really. I mean, you can see the weight that he lost, just the amount of this confidence he's got on the bike. When you're with one of the best trainers in the sport, and you know that this is a championship winning program for some of the greatest riders of all time in the sport, like, you know, that starts to bleed its way into your riding, into your mental thought process, and you start to think of yourself as like, dude, I can be here, I do belong here.
Yeah,
this is mine, I'm the man, I can do it, you know. So I think it's done great things for him this year. I'm just ready for him to get that win, man. I'm ready to see Malcolm on the top step of the podium, just like cheesing ear to ear, putting the Huskies back.
And then Bubba comes in.
You're right.
The fireworks go wild.
Yeah,
the brothers are back.
That'd be
yes.
So, man, if Stu,
we could picture it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
If Stu was back, man, racing, that would be so freaking cool, man. I
still he'll be on the podium with his brother when he's on there. You know it. He'll come through for his brother, but
let's hope so.
Maybe, but I think Malcolm's definitely going to get it done. If it's going to happen, and I think within 3 years.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Right?
I mean, as riders start to come up to the sport and other riders are making their exit retirement, he's kind of like not really retirement age. He's probably got like another 3-4 years in him where he could like really still be a threat, you know, a title threat. For sure. I want it to happen sooner than most.
I know.
One thing that I do want to mention is Ryan Brees, Freddie Noren, and Rod Bell are all like super close, like scrunched up together. And Brees Noren in that transfer spot, Rod Bell sitting in 10th. That could be a really exciting race. Also, shout out to Cade Clayson. Shout out to Kevin Morans. Shout out to Cartwright. Shout out to Stank Dog. Shout out to Carnett.
Yeah,
we got all the homeboys in this one. So it's gonna make for a really exciting.
And shout out to Shawnee and the puppy.
he's got a cute dog.
Oh, forget the name, but they're so cute and like, they're like adorable little family. Like, I love it.
Shout out to them.
And then I think if that's 121 Chris Howell, shout out to Chris Howell. Is it Chris Howell?
I believe so.
Maybe, but shout out.
Yep.
It's been a bit, getting the rust off.
Yeah, I don't know Chris Howell that well, but I hear good things about him. Oh, look at this battle up front. It's getting tight. Sexton and Anderson. Holy crap, he caught him and reeling him in. And it looks like Anderson's got some speed on this track. Woof.
Yes.
Look at that.
I love the old school green too, like the Kawasaki.
Yeah, like that mint color.
Yeah.
Wild. Oh man,
Ooh.
this was a close one.
Oh, Anderson looks back.
And Stu.
He knows Malcolm's coming. Done.
Stu with that third. There you
Heck
go.
yeah.
Love to see that. Man, these A-Stars kids are looking so freaking fresh.
I bet it's so
Love
fun
that.
to make them and like customize what they'll look
Right.
like.
I will say shout out to FXR. They sent me a bunch of kits this year that are they're remarkable. I am absolutely in love with them. They look so cool. They're so unique. They're so different. Actually, like you stand out on the track so well. You know what I mean? Like it just you feel like a freaking superstar. I mean, like look at the pinks.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, it's so rad.
Nice.
Like I mean, come on, you can't go
Ooh,
wrong.
I
Right?
like that.
You can't go wrong. Shout out to FXR. They are absolutely crushing it. And love it. Love it.
I'm excited to see pictures.
Yeah,
I'll
get
get
them
them out
going.
to Central Oregon so we can get some epic drone shots, some new footy, like
Yeah, we got to get the whole crew out
get
there.
the cows, the birds, the bees, the horses.
Right.
We're gonna make it happen. Maybe around Washougal, outdoors.
Yeah.
AJ and the crew, we all come out here in Central Oregon, do
Have some
filming,
fun.
and then and then
down. I'm so down.
And then go to the Washougal and have fun, and also like do the collective experience, bring people together.
Right. Get the whole crew out. Yeah, we were actually supposed to go to New Zealand this year and do some riding, some filming and stuff like that, but that trip it's been getting pushed back year after year after year after year. So who knows?
Well,
who knows?
It didn't help with the pandemic, but that's gonna be epic though when you do.
The pandemic screwed a lot of our stuff up that we were supposed to get done. So what can you do? You know, been a huge pain in the butt.
It's kind of like we had a halt, and then we are all Phoenix rises from the ashes.
We'll get back to it. We have to. We'll get back to it.
Absolutely.
So heading into these next LCQs that we have going on here, what has been, I guess, your most memorable LCQ moments over the years, right? Since you've been watching the races, we've seen a lot of craziness happen in these LCQs this year between fist fights and close calls. Is there one that you can like point to that's been like, holy crap, this is insane, or not?
No, because when I think of a fight, it kind of mushes together, and then I forget which race it
right?
was.
Which fight?
But
Yeah,
I'm honest to hear.
Too many fights.
I'm honest to hear your opinion though on this one, because you've been to a lot of the races and you've been very interactive and kind of probably can hear the backstory too. So
yeah, no, for sure. I think maybe Indy. I think it was Indy 2017, 18. It was
any.
Yeah. So it's AJ versus Cade Clayson, where like AJ ghost rid his bike like into the pillar, which was kind of crazy at the finish line. They got tangled up. That was a really good one. Obviously the fight between I don't think it might have not been an LCQ, but it was A-Ray and who was it? Raper. That was pretty intense. Any race where you got Greco in a transfer spot, it's the dude is all out for blood. That's always fun.
Wasn't there one just this year wasn't it between Malcolm? No, Anderson and
I don't think he was in an LCQ this year.
No, I don't think it was LCQ.
It might have been a heat race.
Yeah, I think it was a heat race.
But no, there's been some really good ones. One where we were with AJ. AJ won the LCQ at Detroit. That was a really memorable one. So there's been a couple of them that like stand out for sure. But man, anytime you get fist fights and close calls,
can you get fined for?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. They got fined. They definitely got fined.
So that's shitty. So you really have to, like, if you it's like you probably have to bite your tongue. You're like, no, I have to say this. I'm gonna pay it. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you definitely get fined for fighting out there. They don't condone fights.
well, yeah, I had a feeling, but
Yeah.
man, if they really go for it, they were like, I ain't holding this one out.
Yep.
Take it out of my paycheck, please.
Most definitely. And it's crazy because the paychecks aren't that big, they might be getting like, $1,500, $2,000,
Right.
So if you find them $2,000, that's like, holy crap, they're not going to be able to do anything,
That sucks because it's not like they're built for machines. Like, they're humans riding machines.
Yes.
So I feel like they should have some type of lenience because it happens. Even in a sterile work environment in closed doors, that tension can happen.
Yeah.
I feel like, man, that's a bummer.
When you got NBC or whatever involved,
true,
talking stuff, yeah,
as a major, I should know this, but it's like I ain't gonna be. And I mean, I'd be happy to be independently work with like a Walt Disney or this or that, but I don't think I'd ever work with the actual, what do they call it? Just the industry, being a part of like a union or whatever.
Yeah.
Just because of all that, it would probably go against so many morals of mine.
Yeah, for sure. Let's ask Will the question too. The Gnarless LCQ.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a good point, Fire at Will.
Yeah.
Trash that they use the fight. So Fire at Will says, I think it's just trash they use the fight on the broadcast for weeks, but punish the riders.
Yes.
I think that's a very, very valid point because you're totally right. And at it's like a double-edged sword,
Yes, exactly. You don't want us to fight, but you want us to fight to be able to get the
content.
Get the views up. Yeah, get the content. Exactly. You can promote it a little bit.
That's like almost false advertisement,
Kind of,
like,
in a way,
marketing and stuff.
In a way, for sure.
Yeah.
Don't fight, but also kind of fight.
Yeah, it's like you only learn the repercussions really from the rider, or if a factory does like an announcement, and that's kind of horse manure because you hear in the stands too when people see a fight or something goes down, and so of course the Supercross is going to replay it. So yeah, dang, that just opened up a whole realm. Fire at Will, that's impressive. Good point. Yeah. We're gonna have to follow up on that one.
Most definitely.
TED Talk style.
TED Talk style. That's funny. So we're gonna give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to FXR Moto. Shout out to Flow Vision Goggles. One of the most awesome things in my gear bag right now is their Rhythm Goggle. I love it because you don't have to break the bank, and the quality is out of this world. Not to mention the colorways that they have will match any kit you have. Family owned and operated. Got to give a shout out to Flow Vision Goggles, flowvision.com. Got to shout out to Intake Breathing Systems. Now, I know you guys have seen this product before. It's that little nose band that goes over the top of the nose that a lot of the pros like Adam Cianciarulo, Weston Pike, Antonio Cairoli, all those guys rocked at one point, and it really does a great job of helping you to breathe, get that fresh breath of air, literally, and really elevates your cardio. So check those guys out. And last but not least, Evans Power Coolant, check them out as well. We've got all of our promo codes below, and I'd also be remiss if I did not mention Overshare Advice and Planning. If you guys want to plan like a boss when it comes to the finances and you want to get your financial house in order, really start planning for your future, check out Mike and his gang at overshareadviceandplanning.com. We've got all these promo codes right below in our description. Click on those, share them far and wide. It gets you the opportunity to start saving and really helping out us as we continue to keep partnering up with great brands that make the sport what it is. So check them out and give them a follow today.
Heck yeah, respect.
What are your thoughts on these Kawasaki Science of Supercross deals? What are your thoughts on them? Do you think they're like needed? Do you think they're kind of hoaxy? Like, what are your thoughts?
I might just be nerdy, but I kind of like it because I mean, well, if I've seen it already, then it gets rhetorical. It's like, okay, I got this down now. Let's But I think if they did even like a series alone and just had people watch it, that'd be great. But just not to repeat it, because I think once is cool, and if you see it, you learn something. But just like how I ask you questions like, oh, is this and this and this? Because I crash. I can't really, I mean, I can ride, but it's just nice to know the science behind it. Because but I think if it's rhetorical, but
No,
see, I'm rhetoricing my question. I'm repeating my answer even, but yeah. What do you think?
I think it's I think it's cool. Certain things are cool about it. Do I think it's needed every single weekend? Not really. And some of the things that they feature are kind of like, they either don't go into enough
in the stadium too, or just on the TV?
I think they do it in the stadium also. I don't really stick around for that stuff, but I think they do. Personally, I think they could either go deeper on a few things, or they could they could kind of omit a few things also. I'm not the biggest fan of all the topics, but I do think it's cool because I mean, as a science guy, I guess it does interest me. Certain things do interest me. So but I will tell you again, some weekends I'm like, bro, that is.
See, I'm an art major. That's why it interests me, I think, a little bit more, because I can't adapt that science part, but I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see like that took a lot of work.
Gotcha. So I was gonna be a science major.
I
thought about it for a minute. I was almost a science major.
You're very talented. You got the.
An art major. Sorry, art major.
Well, you already have the arts and you have the smarts, and that's like essentially like the holy grail to have.
I don't know about the smarts, but I don't know about that part.
We can break it down if you'd like.
Okay. That's funny. It's so Firewall saying his most memorable was the one where Brees was smashing and cartwheeling all around 722. That was hilarious. Or maybe it was Bogle. I know it was a Twisted T-Rider. Nope, you had it right. It was the 7 Deuce Deuce of Adam Enticknap, and they were going at it nonstop. Let's see, saying I'm gonna get all over those promo codes. I use the no strips for sleeping, and it changed my sleep quality. So okay, awesome. Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm a total noob goon, so I like it when they get into racecraft or breaking down how to apex turns. It's right as hell for me, but this whole logistics behind the sport stuff is kind of whatever. I admire the truck drivers and appreciate them as the backbone of the sport, but I'm not super interested in truck driving. Get it, totally get it. I'm kind of right there with you on a few of these things. And again, like I do think they could really highlight the truck drivers and a lot of the support crew and better detail and like in a better way. But hey, it is what it is. Some topics are kind of lame, other ones are pretty interesting. So I guess take the average and it's all right.
Have they ever done like in these commercial breaks and stuff when they try to associate Supercross or advertise it? Have they ever done like a privateer shout out? Like the makeup to mud, like kind of like that, but it's more privateer of like, check out this privateer who's trying to.
Ish, kind of, but not really. I think they've done it maybe once or twice if there's been like a really big breakthrough, for a privateer, but not for the most part. And that makeup to mud thing was I get the concept of it, but it was like also kind of weird at the same time, calling it makeup to mud. Like what are your thoughts, as a female rider? Do you think that it was gimmicky, or do you think that they were really trying to like do something cool with it?
I did not like the name. It kind of reminded me of like snowboarders calling the girls that dress up snow bunnies.
Yeah.
It's like you look good, but you can't snowboard kind of thing. Like, I mean, you can, but I mean, sure. It's the iffy line, but I felt like they're beautiful no matter what. So they don't need to wear makeup.
Gotcha.
So going from makeup to mud, I think it's more like it needed to change the name. The name kind of helped not get me interested because it made it feel like it was a lot about looks. And I don't feel like women should feel that way. It should be all about what's here,
Gotcha.
Yeah. What about you?
I thought it was really cool they were featuring female athletes. To me, that was really cool. Again, but the name for me, it was a bit condescending a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, makeup to mud, and maybe like call it something cool that still has like that feminine aspect of it that shows a transition into badassery or something. But
like heels to boots or something. I don't know.
I mean, there's a way to. I don't know.
But I'm glad you brought the silver lining up here because I get that squirrel brain and I get sidetracked. But about them featuring female writers, that's a couple of girls were actually featured from Portland, Northwest area.
Oh, rad.
Yeah. What is it? Elizabeth Hooker? She fought breast cancer, and she was quite young. So she's a rider and races at Washougal and stuff. And I know she was featured, I think, at Make Up to Mud. So that was really cool to see someone local and that I've like gotten to know over time and see her even conquer cancer, let alone be able to share that with people. So I think it's absolutely a great concept.
Oh, for sure.
Great. Thank you for bringing that back.
No worries. It's pretty rad. So they just showed Jet's as party after the championship win last weekend. It was pretty cool to see that. Like Jet and his crew, they feel like, like they were working really, really hard, and they were celebrating. It's really, really nice to finally see that, like, take the seriousness out of all of it. Like, how rad is that? Like they really enjoyed partying after a hard fought championship. Like, I thought it was really cool. We need more of that.
Yeah, it brings professional and personal together and makes it kind of just like we're human. We deserve to celebrate.
Yes.
I think it's very symbolic in a way.
Yeah. I agree.
I
definitely agree.
That's awesome. Who is this in the feature of the commercial?
We're getting some sex in action right now.
Okay. He almost looked like Ken Roxon for a second.
Yeah, like, they do ride very similar.
Well, no, like even his face looked like.
Oh, okay.
Like on one of the things that he was throwing catch with the little girl, and I thought that was Roxon for a second.
Interesting.
I mean, I've going to school. I was out for 3 years or ish, so it's crazy how much you like need to catch up on, and even staying in it a little bit. It's crazy how much changes and getting the brain back into it.
Yeah.
He does kind of look like Ken Roxon to me. I don't know why.
A little bit. Yeah, I can see they're very similar builds.
Is he from Europe?
No, he's from Illinois. Actually, I've ridden at his home track. It's in I think it's in central or northern Illinois, and it is a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
It is a lot of fun. Yeah, super cool, super interesting. It's cool. We're getting a cool family look. Like this is cool. I do like features where you get to see like a bit more of the family and stuff like that, and kind of a little bit more behind the scenes. So shout out to them.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what literally hooked me was the community of all ages and the family coming together, and it's like everyone's in the sport. So for them to show it even for a professional rider is beautiful. That's the moment I thought he was Ken Roxon first.
Gotcha.
But I was like, Monster Energy now. But what do you think? Are you going to the race next weekend?
Possibly. Work's been so busy for me lately, launching some new products. So possibly. I always try to get to the last one. So we'll see if we can make that happen. If not, I will for sure be curled up on my couch, getting some rest.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean? So
the grind is real, and luckily we've seen some of the like celebrations already. Yeah. So it's not like a huge, intense like the whole like Dungey and Ryan or Ryan Dungey versus like Roxon, back in the day.
Yeah. So, those were some good battles though back then. I mean, I really enjoyed watching Dungey and Roxon battle it out, being teammates and when they weren't teammates, you know what I mean? Like to me, that's really cool to go back to that. I don't know. I kind of miss that for outdoors. We didn't really have that much parity in the sport. We had Tomac, we had Ferrandis, but it was more of like a consistency battle for those guys. You know what I mean? It wasn't really like a brand new deal.
That's a great point. Yeah. I always think of the year of when Ken was battling Dungey and he crashed like one of the hardest in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And had to do that whole, where was that? I think, was it Colorado?
Was it outdoors or indoors?
I believe it was Supercross.
Dungey was hurt?
No, Roxon, remember? He like was flailing on his bike.
Yeah, that was like I think round 3. So I think it was one of the Anaheims maybe where he got that was a really bad injury when he was his first year in the Honda.
Yeah,
he was going to win everything that year. He looked so much faster than everybody else. He was for sure going to win absolutely everything.
It's like for some reason when I think of Supercross, that moment comes to mind because I remember thinking like, we're going to see him come back. pull through. But it's just crazy what these riders go through in their injuries and able to just come back and ride so hard.
Yeah.
It's like even our body's amazing to be able to do that. And the doctors, surgeons.
Crazy,
right? Yeah,
absolutely crazy. And to think he's had what 10 or 13 something like that surgeries to be able to get back
easily
to where he is now, Roxon. I mean, yeah, you got to give the guy credit for sure for doing that. Absolutely insane.
Absolutely.
Okay, so getting ready for this LCQ gate to drop. Is there a privateer in your opinion that's done better or that deserves extra shout outs for their rides this year?
I would say Greco.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Greco's been looking really good.
I feel like he's been very consistent in striving, I don't know, he has that mindset to where you're seeing him push up in the numbers, in the top, even getting in the top 15. And I feel like he's really motivated right now. So I would say shout out to Greco. He's always been in the game, involved in the game, even out in outdoors. That's actually when I met him. I met him at Washougal Outdoor Nationals. I believe it was 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would shout out to Greco.
Yeah, no, it's rad. Shout out to him for sure. I'd probably have to say shout out to I like Cade Clayson, man. The guy he improves year over year, and even with the whole penalty deal and him sitting out for 2 seasons, I mean, he just came back and just proved himself and went harder and harder and harder. And now he's a top 15, top 10 guy in Supercross, at any given time. So shouts to him. Also shout out to it goes a little overlooked, but shout out to Dave Pulley. He's had a really good season this year. He's made numerous main events or night programs. When in the past, it's been a little bit harder for him, and I'm telling you, he looks so much more comfortable and confident on that bike, riding the way that the kid can ride, man. So shout out to him. People don't realize it, but the progress has been there. He's been building, and shout out to Rack Racing, his mental coach, because they've been making huge strides this year, and it's I noticed it. So shout out to that dude.
Hey, good looking out.
For sure. Oh man, look at this ledge that the guys have to go off of from the start. That does kind of shake things up a little bit. Yeah,
in the ruts towards the end.
Yeah.
Really Daniel Blair looks like he's gonna be showing it. Hey, Fire at Will is right. It is pretty slick. Looks cakey, kind of like clay.
Yeah, Will saying props to Jet for being mature and not rolling burnouts in the Pat's locker room. I would have smoked that whole building out at his age. I agree. I've showed him I would have lit the place up, man. If I won a Supercross championship when I was 17, 18, that was my dream, right? All of our dreams. Anyone that throws it over a dirt bike and are serious about it, our dream is to be champions one day, right? At the highest level. Man, I would have been in. You couldn't tell me nothing. I would have blown up my motor. I would have been lighting fireworks off. I would have been hugging everybody. Dude.
Did you practice? I always wondered, did you guys, you and anyone else, did you guys ever practice a speech, for when you get on the podium?
No,
talk to the deer.
I never did. I probably should have. It would have helped the mental game a little bit, but no, definitely did not.
I always wondered because it's how do you remember everything? How to think and all that stuff?
Yeah.
So I think of the most weirdest questions, but if you ever need questions, I got them for you.
There you go. There's your boy Josh Greco on the 976 as we're getting ready to drop the gate on this 250 LCQ. It's going to be a good one. A lot of talent in this one. And let's see where the boys are at. Look at Pulley. Really good outside line. Staying clear all the drama.
Ooh.
Stapleton and Sanford.
Outside line coming in.
Taylor, Jerry Robin dropped back.
814. Oh no, 914. Stapleton. Man, I need to get my eyes checked. Starting to squint more.
I feel bad for Jerry.
What happened?
That's a bummer. I think he got knocked off on the first turn, got pushed outside. So he had to get hop. You
think they're gonna red flag it? They all look like they're slowing down.
No, I don't think so. Nobody went down super hard.
Okay.
I think he just got pushed
looked like
outside.
they were all kind of just cruising.
Yeah, so you can see he got pushed
Oh,
outside. Shoot. Yep. No biggie.
Okay. Yeah.
Got Emery out there too. Shout out to him. Got B-Ray in this one. I want to see if Greco can get up there, man. He's not too far behind. He's only got a few guys in front of him before he can knock into that transfer spot. So
look at that.
He's got the room for it. He dropped another couple seconds. But you got Emery and Pulley 12th, 13th, respectfully. Emery dropped back, but Pulley seems to be holding his ground. I'd love to be able to see that kid move up a little bit more. And shout out to Mumford, too, on this Lone Ranger.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that Justin Mumford? Wow. Yeah, he's going to – oh, shit. Oh, my gosh. Pardon my language. Did you see – whack? Oh, my goodness. He was – wow. I'm really happy. He probably hurt his groin on that, but I'm glad he got it under control.
Yeah. That'll wake you up.
That was Mumford, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. My hands got sweaty on that one. There's a replay. No. Hey, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good.
Drank my juice too fast.
No, you're all good. Shout out to Stapleton keeping these guys honest out there, with Mumford running behind them in second. That's been super cool. Sanford and Nagy going at it. Or is that B-Ray now? Snuck up there. It's getting some of the action. And he's looking really good on that Team PRMX ride. PRMX is a big supporter of the collective experience, and we support them back. And they've got a really good crew down there, a really good team, and they really prep their bikes very well. So not many people realize that they're a Canadian outfit. So a whole Canadian team. Julian and the guys do a phenomenal job. Brendan, their crew chief, was one of our interns a couple of years ago, and they've just done some great work with their riders. Lots of talent, lots of cool resources under their belts, and I'm really a big proponent for them. So I hope that they continue to keep the progression going, and we see more of those guys making it to main events, because they certainly deserve it. Greco running in 8th place. He's still got some time, man. He's got to get around some riders, but if he puts his head down, he can definitely do it. It's pretty tough to come through the pack, especially when it's a bunch of just angry 250 riders coming at you just full force, right? So he's gonna have his work cut out for him. And I'll be honest, there aren't that many passing places or positions on this track. It seems to be pretty one line for the most part, especially in corners. Rhythms you can kind of spread out a little bit, but corners for sure, you're one line through these things, and there aren't many rhythm options that you can do. So most people are 3-3-3s. There's nothing too insane about any of it, as they replay the crash behind Flock and Jerry Robin, kind of nuts. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he can come through. My time tag is, if they ever show it, where am I at? Let's see if I can get this thing to go away. Which it probably won't, but whatever. I'm at 18 seconds left in the LCQ. So we're in Mumford, Stapleton, Nagy, and Ray in 4th. Sanford and Fierro. Not sure if they're going to have the time they need to get around B-Ray, because B-Ray is
Mumford got out front.
Mumford's out front. That Suzuki is working for him. I mean, say what you want about the yellow bikes. I know they're not the fastest, they're not the most updated, but I mean, he's proven that if you get the right setup underneath you and the right updates to your bike, you can be a solid contender for sure.
Yeah, he's the only Suzuki out there.
Yeah. And I wonder if they've got that bike more dialed in for outdoors, where horsepower is going to be, a huge necessity.
Just the hand guards, or those are like the hand guards from Bruce hitting fingers.
Rooster
right?
Rocks, something like that. Yeah,
That's
It could be protecting him from an injury that he had prior to this round, because this round doesn't look too rocky. Last weekend the track was full of rocks and stones. This weekend, not so much, and the dirt's not really clumping together either. So
that would be just horrible. How do you guys handle the bang?
Handle the I don't know. I don't handle it very well. Other guys handle it much better than me.
Oh man, that's just even getting behind Brian on the little KLX 110s. Just even the little rock. Like,
yeah, you can feel
like the neck.
It's like paintball.
Yeah, totally. Brian came up with a good idea for my graduation photo on my pit bike with my my cap and gown on the graduation.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do like a 6-shot of that.
That's awesome. Did you graduate already? Did you have your ceremony or no?
Yeah, I mean it was online. They offered
Gotcha.
for us to come down to LA and do like the walking one, but
Gotcha.
Dude, I can't afford that. LA and then
it's fun. Yeah.
So I got my diploma. So I'll put that like I'll put like on my number plate like graduate 2022. But
there you go.
Stay tuned.
That's rad. Yeah. I'm looking for those shots. Congrats again on that. It's super awesome. Love it when someone from the TCE family goes on to do some cool stuff, right?
Yes. It was a fridge proud moment because I never had good grades to put in the fridge, but the diploma was good. It was too heavy.
Hey, join the club.
Hey, I may not have gotten a doctorate's degree, but hey, still got it.
Hey, degree's a degree, right? As long as you got it.
Yeah, I only had to take one math class. Thank goodness.
Math's a tough one. Math is a tough one.
Very tough. I know you're a lot better at it, so I got to give you so much props because it's tough.
Not always.
I know it's there, so I'm going to leave it there.
No worries.
My brother.
They're giving some shine to the privateers right here. I like that. We just talked about that not too long ago. You got Amar, you got Chiz, you got Cade, Starling, you got Breeze.
Oh my gosh, what are the odds about that?
Yeah, that's rad.
Heck yeah.
We got Cartwright, we got Miller, we got Cade in there. It's gonna be a good LCQ.
Future. Oh man, it looks like the weather got a lot nicer.
Somebody jumped on the Red Cross flag.
Wait, so they did bring out the red flag?
No, there was a Red Cross flag and somebody jumped on it, so I think he got penalized a position.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh no. So that means pretty much like.
I wonder if that was a transfer spot.
Oh, look at Max Miller.
Yeah.
604.
He's from your area, right?
Yes, sir.
That's
Go
right.
Max Miller. Oh, so good to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when I worked for Red Bull,
mm-hmm.
I made sure to hook him and his crew up with some wings.
There you go.
They were getting the right flight. Of course, Max, I couldn't have it because he was under 18. But I definitely supplied his mom, dad, mechanic, the crew. I think he was with the KTM factory Red Bull team.
Fire Will saying congrats on the diploma. He's a Will's a rider. Yeah, Will's a rider. We got to connect the two of you guys to do some cool content together.
Heck yes, absolutely. Thank you, Fire Will. I appreciate that. I didn't see that. Thank you. Got
the smoking bike of Alex Martin. You know, when you're just on the pipe all the time, man, bike just starts smoking, right?
Yep. It was recently 420. No, I don't think that. Okay. I would have worked better for Team Fried, but
yeah.
Alex Martin's a little bit more cordial, I think.
I like that. Oh, we got a full gate of some fast privateers out here, man. Just about all those guys. We got Marshall Wentland, Austin Politelli, you got Leshy.
Your boy Ektignap. I can never pronounce his last name. I'm like,
Entignap.
Ektignap. I like can't pronounce Ektignap. Ektignap.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Just 7 Deuce. Just call him 7 Deuce. Oh, Kate is out there slamming dudes. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and Rod Bell slams him. What the heck? Holy crap.
Wait, are you ahead of me? It says I'm on. Oh, yeah, you're ahead of me, dude.
429.
Jeez.
Holy crap. Look at Rod Bell coming up the inside and just slams him.
Carson's pissed.
Oh, look at Harmon. Harmon had to hit the binders so he wouldn't hit him. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Cade is not happy with that one.
No, it almost looked like he looked out for reassurance. Like, did you guys see that? Or like,
yeah, like pissed.
Can they do much in that point since they were both okay?
Not really. I mean, he can file a complaint or whatever. But I mean, at this point, like, what can you do, right?
Yeah. Hey, Stink Dog, top 12.
Yeah, on a 2-stroke too.
Yes. See, now we're smoking.
He's making the job. He's getting the job done. Rod Bell in first. Morans. Shout out to Kevin Morans in second. Got Raper in third and Politelli up there. I don't think we've seen Raper in a main this year, so this is going to be huge.
Absolutely.
This is really good for Devin Raper.
He looks like controlled and happy. Like he's kind of like having fun.
Yeah, most definitely.
He must be really comfortable on the track.
Your boy Max Miller's running the 7th spot. So this is his first 450 race at the pro level. I think he's probably on a 250 up there. But still, I mean,
I noticed he had a Mr. Beast burger. Oh shoot.
Politelli and Raper, man, going at it.
Ooh, keep it on bar to bar.
Keep it on 2 wheels, Raper.
Oh my god.
He's all over you, buddy.
Can you only imagine if the LCQ was longer? Like the madness that might happen?
Yeah, that'd be insane, dude. Politelli is out for blood. Raper's got to be very careful.
Oh, did he not get in the right gear?
Oh man, 7 deuce deuce.
No.
He's out, man. Addy is out. What's going on?
Look, he had to catch his breath. Don't mean to be weirded out, but his pants were down. Now I think he just noticed that, but maybe he had to catch his breath or something.
Marshall Wentland in the 5th spot, so he's within striking distance to a podium or a transfer position.
Wow, what a great race between all these.
Yeah, let's go. Harmon in 6th place too, so this could be a 4-way battle for LCQ. Oh man.
Oh!
Look at that. Marshall. Oh, wow. Marshall got around him and Raper tried coming back. Holy crap.
This is going to get good.
So this is a really tough spot to be in if you're Devin Raper, where you're starting to see guys come around you. You're out of the transfer spot and they're passing and pulling you, kind of roughing up a little bit. You got to dig deep, and try to put down those fast laps to catch back up to that clump of riders. But man, it's the blood pressure's up, the heart rate's up. You probably got an arm pump from squeezing so hard right now.
I forget about that.
Yeah, it's
the arm pump.
It's a tough place to be in, to be able to try to scramble and get back to that position you were at. And shout out to Kevin Morans keeping Rod Bell honest. 2 extremely talented riders.
Absolutely.
And this is Rod Bell, I think, 2nd full year in Supercross.
I was gonna say I haven't recognized. I think he's newer. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, he was riding with the SGB last year.
Okay.
Yeah, he's out of that Maryland area, and huge talent. Did really good outdoors. Very, very, very good outdoors. And there you go. Moran makes a smooth, clean pass underneath him, gets into that front spot, and there comes Politelli though. Politelli's still close by.
He's keeping the sandwich going. That's for sure.
And looks like Raper's starting to reel in Wetland a little bit. So Walton better. Yeah, he's got to put the hammer down if he wants to keep crushing it. One more lap to go. Oh, we got Harmon down, and who's that next to him? I hope it's not Raper.
The Howl? It looks like a 4 in front of him.
Oh, it's Raper.
No way. Yeah, it is.
447. Raper. Yeah, they got into it pretty good.
Dang.
So Max Miller's on that 5th place.
Oh,
Max Miller. He's outside of transfer spot. I don't think he'll be able to catch up to this main crew right here. Politelli.
It's Miller time though. He's gonna make it happen soon enough.
Holy crap.
Wow, what a first good ride though for Miller.
Right? This class is really tough. Just to be top
It's,
10.
yeah,
Is,
and Stank Dog, look at he 9.
yeah.
Two-stroke.
Yep. And
Heck
there you
yeah.
have it. Morantz with the win, the LCQ, followed by Politelli, Rod Bell, and Marshall Welton. Solid ride for those guys. Shouts to all the privateers out there that are crushing it. Love to see that.
Damn, I wonder how Rapper, or is it not Rapper? Vapor is feeling.
Vapor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks identical to Russ. You know the rapper Russ?
Oh, RUSS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks identical to Russ. Just
I'll
bigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yep. So
Hopefully
guess,
he's okay. But
yeah, hopefully. Because that was
they'll use that as fuel.
could have been brutal.
Sure, right? Wow.
That could have for sure been brutal. Well, Crashley, I think it's time for us to wrap it up. We had a really good time. I had fun watching this race.
Oh, we always have fun. You never know what to expect.
Super good LCQ. Love LCQs like this. It's got me amped up. But as always, we'll let you guys watch the mains without hearing me jabber in the background. You probably want to hear Crashley's voice more than mine. So
No.
So
keep it fair and square.
Fire Well saying no love lost on the SGB and Rod Bell for sure. Changed my last answer to this LCQ being the craziest. I totally get that. Will, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for everyone for watching. Don't forget to check out thecollectivexp.com if you want to go behind the scenes and kickstart your career in moto and roles like mechanic work, social media managers, team managers, and so much more. Thecollectivexp.com, at the Collective EX on Instagram, contact at thecollectivexp.com for our email. Shout out to our awesome co-host, the one and only official Miss Crashley. Be sure to give her a follow. She's going to be linked below. We've got a lot of content coming out for the summer as well. Crashley, you and I got to get back on our schedule because we've both just been overworked and tired. We'll get it going again. Yep. You'll be able to see her face on pretty much all the foul plugs and also some cool one-off things that we got planned up. So check those out. As always, we appreciate you calling in. Crashley, we appreciate you having fun with us. And thank you guys for tuning in. Crashley, we'll see you on the next one.
You bet. And I got Shugle ideas to throw at you. So we talking soon.